Are dreams really what important? Up
believes
is
that he
one of
never
Pixar's
really
most
had
beloved
a chance. Realize in the
films,
end, like,
directed
that
by
is the
the
adventure.
Doctor.
And so
At first glance, it may look like a simple adventure story about an old man flying his house to solve a miracle. However, beneath its colorful animation lies a much deeper message about dreams, loss, and the danger of living in the past. The story begins with Carl Fredrickson, a young boy who dreams of becoming an explorer. Like many children, he is inspired by his hero, Charles Mans, a famous adventurer who dedicated his life to discovering the unknown. One day, Carl meets Ellie, an energetic and adventurous girl who shares his passion for exploration. We quickly become friends, and together they dream about visiting paradise in South America. As they grow older, Carl and Ellie get married and build a happy life together. They don't become famous explorers, instead they spend their days working, solving everyday problems, and enjoying each other's company. This part of the film is important because Pixar shows that happiness is not always found in extraordinary adventures. Sometimes it is found in ordinary moments. Unfortunately, their dreams about visiting Paradise Falls never comes true. Ellie becomes ill and eventually passes away. From this moment, Carl's life changes completely. His colorful world becomes grey and empty. He isolates himself from other people and refuses to move away from his house because it's the last connection he has to Ellie. He is no longer living for the future. Is living for the past. Eventually, Carl decides to fulfill the promise he made as a child. Using thousands of balloons, he lifts his house into the sky and begins his journey to Paradise Falls. However, Pixar introduces another important character, Russell. Russell is a young, energetic and optimistic. In many ways, he represents the person Carl used to be. While Carl is obsessed with finishing his mission, Russell is interested in helping others and enjoying the adventure itself. The film's most interesting comparison, however, is not between Carl and Russell, it's between Carl and Charles Mans. At first, Mans appears to be everything Carl wanted to become. He's a legendary explorer who dedicated his life to chasing his dream. But when Carl finally meets him, he discovers the truth. Mans has become a prisoner of his obsession. He spent decades trying to capture a rare bird and became so consumed by his goal that he was willing to harm anyone who stood in his way. His dream stopped giving his life meaning and started controlling him. This is exactly what Carl is in danger of becoming. Both men are trapped by the past, both refuse to move on, both believe that achieving their goal will finally make them happy. The difference is that Carl learns an important lesson before it's too late. Near the end of the film, Carl finally reaches Paradise Falls. He accomplishes the dream he spent years pursuing, but instead of feeling fulfilled, he feels empty. That moment reveals the film's central message. The destination was never the most important part of the journey. After reading Ellie's adventure book, Carl realizes that she never wanted him to spend the rest of his life chasing an old promise. The real adventure was the life we built together. For the first time, Carl understands that honoring Ellie's memory does not mean living in the past. It means continuing to live. So he lets go. He chooses friendship over obsession, people over promises, and the future over the past. By helping Russell and supporting him like the father figure he never had, Carl finally finds a new purpose in life. In the end, Up is not really a movie about achieving dreams, it's a movie about knowing when to let them go. Sometimes we become so focused on reaching a goal that we forget to enjoy the people and experience around us. And sometimes the greatest adventure is not the dream itself, but the life that happens while we are chasing it. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next one.